Young Living Europe. Herzlich willkommen bei Young Living Europa. Hartelijk welkom bij Young Living. Bienvenue à Young Living. Καλωσορίσετε στο Young Living Ευρώπη. Buongiorno, στο κέντρο Ευρώπη.
This is a great place to work, and one of the most exciting things about working here is the smells from the essential oils, but also I think the positive nature of all the staff and the people who work here who all use the products, which is wonderful.
We are in Young Living Europe's warehouse in England.
Wir haben nicht nur das Warenlager, sondern auch eben das Kundencenter, also Kundenservice haben wir hier.
So we have 35,000 square foot warehouse here. 1,500 is the mezzanine floor that we're on, and 10,000 is office space.
Europe is the second largest market outside of the United States for Young Living. We make up about 10% of the global sales of Young Living here in Europe. Our number one market is Austria, and we actually have the best market penetration of any country in the world.
Also wir sind hier im Kundencenter.
Im International Call Center.
We support a variety of different languages here in the call centre: English, German, Swedish, Spanish, Polish, Czech and Slovakian, so we're a very international department. We get a variety of different inquiries here, so not only orders, but in total we deal with about 500 phone calls, up to 500 phone calls a day and up to 600 emails a day from all of our European countries. When someone sends an email to us, they can expect to receive a reply within around one working day.
Und ich muss sagen, das Team ist super. Also die machen wirklich eine super Arbeit.
As we grow and develop in Europe, we will constantly review the needs of our distributors, and then we may have to make adjustments depending on different countries to suit the needs of our distributors in the future.
Country Manager. Was ist deine Aufgabe? Was macht so jemand?
Ja, ich bin genau das Mitglied zwischen den Mitglied und Young Living.
Besides our distributors, who are wonderful obviously, it's also having great staff, and Franziska, who looks after our Austrian market, she does a great job for us. She loves our distributors, she wants to help them, and she'll do her best to help anybody.
My job is, I'm proud to be the operations director of Europe, so the whole building, the logistics, IT, I help control that. We hold about £2.1 million worth of inventory here at the moment. That tends to go up quite a lot during Christmas period of time of our inventory. Order-wise, we do roughly about 15,000 orders a month at the moment. It's 15,000 that physically downstairs are picked and packed by our staff members to go out to our members in the field. So it's, if you think about the years ago, when we started nearly 10 years ago, we were doing 5 or 6 orders a week. 10 years later, we're now doing 15,000 a month. So I think it's just incredible growth that we've got there. Because the invoice comes out through our Blue Steel International system, which is downstairs. Then once that's printed out, we then scan that into our WDM system, which is our parcel force system. Then once it's scanned, the label comes out. It then goes down to the start of the shipping line, where they pick it from the locations that are on the invoice. We have different sections. So we have our fast moving products and we have our slow moving products. They're picked first, and then it goes around to the conveyor belt, to the second zone, where then it's then picked again for the slower moving products, put onto the middle of the section of the belt, and then it's quality checked to make sure they don't get broken. It's then put back into the box, where it then goes all the way around to the belt, to what we call the boxing off, where we put in our biodegradable airbags. Then it's zipped up, as we call it, and then the labels are put on, and then they put into the appropriate pallets. If it's mainland Europe, or if it's Austria, or if it's Germany, if it's Iceland, etc. So once we've got those done, it's then collected about 2 o'clock. It's the first collection. Then we have a second collection at 4 o'clock. From on an average of 750 orders a day to 1,500 to nearly 2,000 a day. And that's 3 weeks of the month. And then for the 4th week of the month, we run now a double shift. So we work literally from 6 in the morning through till 10 at night at the end of the month. Because what we want to do is we have a standard of delivery. So we want to make sure we keep that going, what we call our service level agreement. We hit now the service level agreement every day.
Anyone who's been around Young Living knows that quality is number one. With Gary Young, you know, every time you talk to him, it'll be quality, quality, quality. So we have, in my opinion, we undoubtedly have the best essential oils, the purest essential oils in the world.
Well, you think when a shipment comes in from America, it's checked first thing up when it comes through the goods in, down the bottom there. That's quality check first of all. Then it's transported from the bulk storage down to the shipping line. It's checked then, because the oils are fantastic. And if they're damaged, they're poor, you're not going to get that fulfilled. You're not going to get that energy. You're not going to get that excitement from when you open that bottle up. So we want to make sure we give that to you. I've brought in a new quality man who now he's just sole in charge of the quality, and he trains all the staff in the shipping line. So we have one man, so we have one structure, so that we can have one standard of quality of our pickers and our packers to make sure they're trained correctly to the standard that we want.
I have to check all incoming shipments from America for quality control. Occasionally cartons get damaged in transit, and we have replacement packaging which we are able to change just to ensure that the products go out looking presentable. In addition to that, we also check the quality of the product themselves, make sure that the bottles are sealed, that the expiry dates are correct, that the lot numbers are recorded, and we do periodic checks. One of my prime functions is to test the diffusers that are not working correctly, that members have sent back because of one problem or another.
A fantastic team, from the IT to the operations, the logistics. Without a great team, we couldn't do what we do now.
Es kommen ja nicht alle Waren direkt aus Amerika.
Das heißt, wir kriegen Produkte direkt von unserer Partnerfarm in der Provence. Die kriegen wir hierher geschickt und wir etikettieren die dann selbst. Also wir machen das Label selbst drauf. Je nachdem, welches Land es verschickt werden soll, machen wir deutsche Etiketten drauf oder schwedische oder englische.
We use recyclable, so all our packaging is recyclable. Our airbags that we use inside it are 98% biodegradable. Our cardboard boxes, I've got the recyclable sign on it. We use recyclable cardboard. We've got high quality cardboard. We use printed cardboard, which is recyclable ink. So we think of all our packaging, all our materials, we think of the environment. We recycle our plastic here, we recycle our cardboard plastic, but you can see it behind us, it's biodegradable. So it's a recyclable material.
The main things that I'm trying to work on are improving the IT issues so that we have the best computer systems to support our distributors. We've now got the right hardware, we're just working on some software issues. So
we are the main hub for disaster recovery for Young Living worldwide. So it's not just backed up here, it's also backed up in the US. So if the USA go down, we're backed up here. And if we go down, USA back us up.
The most important thing to me is our relationship with our distributors. Our distributors, our partners, if you will, they're the most important thing. And so we want to improve the system so that it's easier for them to do business with Young Living. And so that's the most important thing to me.
For me, the most important is obviously you've got the space, you've got the height, you've got the growth, because with Young Living you have to look ahead. Well, our goal is to make sure that we can get to the quality and the high quality of the products, because Gary Young is giving us high products, giving us high quality. He's in the fields, he's trying to get the products to us. We want to make sure we can fulfill the whole destiny. The field leaders to give us the energy. If they've got the passion there, you know, I've got a great friend in the field. I've got Thomas Teschl, fantastic man. He's taught me a lot over the last 10 years. And I'm glad he's here because he can still give me tips. We're not perfect. You know, Europe is it's not one country. There's several countries in Europe. So we have to make sure we can fulfill everyone. Where Young Living actually first started in a little building about 10 miles from here, which was a 1,000 square foot building, to now, obviously if you look around here, we're now into a 35,000 square foot warehouse. So yeah, I look back now and think what we have now to what we had then, they don't realise how lucky they are.
One of the exciting things to me about joining Young Living is what it has personally meant to me. So I joined Young Living, I fell in love with the products, I started to use the products, my health has never been better. So it's very exciting about what's going to happen in the next 5, 10, 20 years. We plan to have additional satellite warehouses around Europe, and eventually there will be additional marketing offices as well in different parts of Europe. We are growing very well here in Europe and we're exceeding expectations, and we look forward to seeing that continued growth. And so my personal goals genuinely are to just help more and more people to progress in the business and to achieve their goals, and our oils taken to every home throughout Europe. So that's my goal.